All right, guys, I'm in shift today. I'm in the forward of shift, page 25. Topic of today's conversation is living to the right of the middle. I've got it, Aaron. I can multitask. All right, so the title of today's conversation is Living to the Right of the Middle. I have three major points for you. Number one, what it takes to succeed at a high level. Number two, getting out of being stuck in the middle. And number three, I am a person of action. All right, so let's talk about what it takes to succeed at a high level. On page 25 of the forward in Shift, Gary Keller shares, most people make decisions about what they will or won't do based on whether they want or don't want to do it. You know, it's interesting for all of you who have children, you've experienced this. Clean up your room. I don't want to clean up my room. Clean it up anyways. Why? Because I said so. Anybody experience that?
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. Next time your son or daughter responds with, I don't want to, maybe have this conversation with them. Most people make decisions about what they will or won't do based on whether they want or don't want to do it. You know, this is a habit. This is a habit. We get into a habit of doing things that we want to do and not doing things that we don't want to do. We get into a habit of making decisions on what we're going to do based on whether or not we want to do it. Gary goes on to say, most people live their lives in the middle. Most of us miscalculate what it takes to succeed at a high level and end up getting caught at the midpoint of achievement. So let me see if I can do this without creating too much of a change. No, I can't. Oh, well. Okay. All right, so what am I talking about? On the far left of this line, we have failure. And on the far right of the line, we have success. And Gary goes on to share that most people live their lives right here in the middle. That there are very, very few people who are, or none, who are a complete failure. And there are practically no one that is a massive and complete success. In the definition of massive and complete success, you have no room for improvement. You have reached the highest point you're ever going to reach in your life. Holy cow, I hope I never get there. Don't worry, I won't. Because what would you do when you did? Now what? What he says is most people end up living their lives somewhere between these 2 points, and most of us actually end up, bless you, right here in the middle. We live average lives. Now, if you're part of Survive to Thrive, your goal is not to, bless you again, is not to live an average life. So I'm going to continue to work with you to get you out of the middle. And yes, guys, trust me, I'm not losing my memory. I know that we've talked about this. I know we've talked about this more than once. I know we've talked about this more than 5 times. And until every single one of you are living your life to the right of average, I'm not going to stop having this conversation. It's that important. Most people live their lives in the middle. Most of us miscalculate what it takes to succeed at a high level and end up getting caught at the midpoint of achievement. The motivation for more doesn't matter. Okay, so that's really contrary to what I've told you in the past. What I'm telling you is having a big why isn't the answer. Having big goals isn't the answer. Having big dreams doesn't matter. The results tend to hover right around the middle of the line. Big goals, big dreams, big why, and the results still end up hovering right here around the middle. Now, there's good news, guys. I'm not going to just finish. That's the end of the call. Make it a great day. Why do you suppose most people get stuck there? Why do you suppose most people get stuck in the middle? You get there by making decisions based on whether or not you want to do something. You get there based on making decisions on what you're going to do based on whether or not you want to do something. The road to average is paved with I don't want tos. The road to average is paved with I don't want tos. Let me go back to something I said to you when we first started this conversation. For those of you who have younger children and your child says, I don't want to, I want you to share this lesson with them. I want you to share with them that the road to average gets paved with I don't want tos. If they're a basketball star, talk about their favorite basketball player and let them know that basketball player didn't get there by doing what they wanted to do. If their thing is football, if their thing is music, if their thing is singing, if their thing is art, whatever it is, the people that they look up to didn't get to great. They didn't get here by doing what they want to. The road to average is paved with I don't want tos. Point number 2, getting out of being stuck in the middle. Okay, so here's where the good stuff comes. If you want to live on the right side of average, if you want to move from average to the right side of average, you must move past doing only what you want to do and do some things you don't want to do. If you want to move to the right of average, you better get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You better be willing to do whatever it takes. The more you conquer this and do what you need to do, but don't like to do, the farther to the right of the middle you get to live. The measure of your success in life is in direct proportion to what you're willing to do when you don't want to do it. And finally, point number 3, I'm a person of action. Andy Andrews, in his book, The Traveler's Gift, in the active decision says, beginning today, I will create a new future by creating a new me. Oh, please write that down, write that down, write that down. Beginning today, I will create a new future by creating a new me. I've got 5 action items for you. In other words, if you're thinking, well, okay, so what can I do? Actually, the question would be, what's the one thing that you could do to create a new you? Well, I've got 5. Here they are. Number 1, commit to doing whatever it takes. In the book, How to Get Absolutely Everything You Want in Life, title, I don't know the author. How to Get Absolutely Everything You Want in Life. The author shares the secret to getting absolutely everything you want in life is the willingness to do whatever it takes. He didn't say that you actually have to do whatever it takes. You simply have to be willing to do whatever it takes. Action item number 2. Master your listing presentation. You want to move to the right of average, master your listing presentation at a high level to a point where you can't get it wrong. To a point where you know, Madeline, when you show up at that kitchen table or you show up at that front door, from the very first greeting, that's your Kodak moment in my 14-point listing presentation, right? When you show up at the front door, you are crushing this listing presentation. Every single part of it. So by the time you sit down at that kitchen table, the homeowner knows you care about them. They know they can trust you, and they know you know what you're doing. And you've delivered a masterful listing presentation so that you're getting more listings. Side benefit, you've just increased your confidence tenfold to pick up the phone and ask for a listing appointment, because one of the reasons you're not asking is, God forbid, somebody says, sure, come on over and tell me what you could do to sell my home. Oh my God, now what? I don't know what to say. So action item number 2, master your listing presentation. Number 3, register for Bold. It's an easy one. Register for Bold. It starts a week from this coming Wednesday. It starts next Wednesday. You are out of time. If you haven't registered, register today. Action item number 4, time block 4 hours a day for lead generation every day, not some days, 4 hours, not 2 hours. Time block 4 hours of lead generation every day, and then don't do anything until lead generation is done. I know what you're thinking. I don't want to do that. Well, let me just reverse the tape. And let's go back to what I said a little bit ago. You have to be willing to do what you don't want to do if you want to move to the right of average. You want to live your life here, just keep doing what you've been doing. Or worse yet, you can end up here. There's a lot of real estate agents that will end up there in the next 12 months as the market shifts, but not you guys. All right. The last action item I have for you is set standards for daily contacts. Set standards. A standard is not a goal, guys. A standard means I will do this. Not a goal. Close enough doesn't count. If the standard is 20 conversations, then it's 20, not 19, not 18. If it's knocking on 50 doors, then it's knocking on 50 doors, not 40, not 45, it's 50. Set standards for daily contacts. Set standards for new METs added to your database. Set standards for appointments scheduled. And hit your standards every day. Here's the most simple standard you can live by that will absolutely lead to success. And Natalie, you're still here. I was looking for your camera. Okay, you're here. And this goes back to what I was sharing with Natalie before we started today's call. Here's the most simple standard you can live by that will lead to massive success. You ready? Don't stop until you schedule an appointment. Don't stop every day until you've scheduled at least one appointment. And then follow up forever. That's it. Right there, right, Nick? That's it. Don't stop until you've scheduled an appointment and then follow up forever. That's it. You want to build a massively successful business? You want to move to the right of average? That's it. Now, are you going to want to do that? No, you're not. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Yes, it will. Will it be exhausting? Yes, it will. Are you going to get discouraged? Yes, you will. But don't stop. And you will live to the right of average. All right. Talk to me. Chat's blowing up, by the way, guys. So if you're talking to me